All right, we're in a basement that homeowners recently had finished. Before that, it was just a unfinished basement. Everything was going well until the contractor's painters came in, and they just painted really, really poorly. They did everything, ceiling, walls, and woodwork. But everything was done so poorly that the homeowner had to, you know, you guys need to fix this, or we got a problem. But they didn't want to fix it. I don't even know if they could, to be honest. Those are all my patch marks, and most of that is due to just a bad job of painting. Those are flats, your drywall flats, that I could see, but the last painters had they put a satin finish on these walls, which I don't I don't see. I've never put satin on walls before. It's too shiny, and it was cheap. Just the craftsmanship as well was bad. And this is all flats, the tape joints and stuff. The painters didn't tape it, so I'm not calling them out. But when you see that kind of stuff, I normally wouldn't paint over it. So what I had to do was, I've already repainted all the woodwork, and this goes back everywhere. We come in here, we've got a couple of different areas. And in here, the reason there's plastic all over the walls is because I have to redo the ceiling. They originally used dry fall, but at some point after the dry fall was applied, they ran new ductwork. So, and then like up here, there's actually a strip of wood that goes across all the way. It's underneath that blue tape, but you can see where they just got their white paint when they painted it. They just nailed the ceiling or nailed the ductwork. And it's pretty much, if you look, it's pretty much everywhere. Not to mention that when they painted their walls, when the painters painted their walls, they just got drips all over their trim work, the baseboard that they just painted. And talking about the trim work and all of that, it was really piss poor. They didn't take off any doorknobs or anything. So they basically just heavy-handed painted in a circle around the doorknob, and then, like I said, it was pretty bad. So I went through here and sanded everything, got the walls ready. Patches aren't sanded, but thank you. And then we're back here to this long hallway, and you can see all the patchwork that needed to happen in here. And again, when they painted all these doors, it was just, they used a semi-gloss, which there's no problem with semi-gloss, but if you're gonna apply it heavy-handed, it just looks like shit. So I went through and sanded everything as best I could. They had patches, from the nail holes that they just painted over. So I tried to get all that off, but went ahead and sanded everything, and then, removed the hardware, of course, the doorknobs, but everything got 2 coats of satin and satin finish enamel and a good quality paint, which is what this place needs. So the reason I hang this all up is because even though the walls, everything's going to get repainted, I don't want black paint drifting all over the place. So that's why we got plastic on the floor and just protecting everything as best we can. I am spraying this with a turbine. It's got a little bit, it's got a lot better, it's a lot more effective at actually getting the transfer rate. It's got like a 90% transfer rate as far as getting the paint on the surface without a lot of overspray, because I'm really trying to minimalize that, as opposed to using an airless type sprayer. It's going to take me a little bit longer, but like I said, my main concern is I don't want this place filled up with a whole lot of overspray. And I don't want to get, even though I'm painting everything, I don't want to get overspray, drifting on the walls or woodwork. anything like that. Regardless if it's been painted or it still needs to be painted, you just don't want overspray everywhere. So I'm getting ready to fire up the sprayer, and we're going to redo all this black, plus all the new ductwork that we've got. So anyway, I'll get you a video after it's done.